Have you ever wondered why your grandparents lived longer, healthier, and more active lives without the modern medicines, supplements, or fitness equipment we rely on today? Why did they remain strong, mentally sharp, and full of energy well into their late 80s and even 90s, while today's seniors often struggle with energy loss, fatigue, and health problems starting as early as their 60s? It's not magic. It's not luck. It's what they ate, the forgotten superfoods, that your body is secretly craving even today. Senior health experts and veteran doctors across the world have revealed that the secret behind the vibrant old age of your grandparents wasn't high-tech medical treatments or expensive pills. It was their natural, homegrown diet, rich in rare but powerful foods that have almost vanished from our daily meals today. These foods, quietly sitting in the pages of history, hold the hidden key to boosting your energy, repairing your body, clearing your mind, and maybe, just maybe, adding precious, healthy years to your life. Stay with us till the very last section, because in that final part, we reveal the ultimate superfood that modern science calls the forgotten fountain of youth. A food you simply cannot afford to miss if you care about your future health and longevity. But first, let's gently walk back in time and uncover the forgotten foods that kept your ancestors strong, youthful, and full of life. Number 1. The power of bone broth, the forgotten elixir of strength. Long before protein powders and calcium supplements flooded the market, your grandparents used a simple yet potent remedy to keep their bones, joints, and immune system strong. Bone broth. Doctors who specialize in geriatric nutrition still confirm this today. Bone broth is one of the most healing, nourishing liquids for seniors. Why? Because when bones are simmered slowly for hours, sometimes even a full day, they release a flood of collagen, gelatin, amino acids, and minerals like calcium, phosphorus, magnesium, and potassium into the broth. These are the very building blocks that your body needs but often lacks as you age. Many seniors today complain about joint pain, brittle nails, weak hair, slow healing wounds, all signs of a deep collagen and mineral deficiency. Your grandparents rarely had these problems because bone broth was a staple in their homes, not a rare treat. Remember the steaming bowl of broth Grandma always made when someone was sick? It wasn't just comfort food. It was pure, liquid medicine. Regular bone broth helps soothe the gut, reduce inflammation, strengthen bones, and even improve sleep. Modern science finally confirms what your elders knew instinctively. This is food that heals from the inside out. Unfortunately, today most people have forgotten this precious elixir, trading it for processed soups, instant noodles, and canned meals. But if you reintroduce real, slow-cooked bone broth into your diet, your body will thank you in ways you can't imagine. Number 2. Fermented foods, nature's forgotten probiotics. Did you know that the gut is called the second brain by modern doctors? And that a healthy gut is the foundation of a healthy, long life? Your grandparents may not have had this scientific language, but they knew the secret instinctively, that fermented foods were essential for good digestion, immunity, and vitality. Every traditional kitchen, whether in Europe, Asia, or America, had jars of sauerkraut, kimchi, pickled vegetables, kefir, or homemade yogurt quietly bubbling in the corner. These weren't side dishes. They were daily tonics for gut health. Why are fermented foods so powerful, especially for seniors? Because they contain natural probiotics, live, friendly bacteria that restore and balance your gut flora. And when your gut is healthy, your entire system flourishes. Immunity strengthens, nutrients are better absorbed, digestion improves, and even your mood brightens. Senior nutrition specialists emphasize this today more than ever. Probiotics are essential to fight infections, reduce inflammation, and protect against diseases like diabetes and heart trouble. But the best probiotics don't come in capsules. They come from real, live fermented foods just like your grandparents made. Sadly, these ancient foods are disappearing from modern diets, replaced by sterile, over-processed, lifeless meals. But if you return to this age-old practice, if you fill your plate with just a little fermented food each day, you may unlock the same digestive strength and inner vitality your elders enjoyed. Number 3. Organ meats, the lost treasure chest of nutrients. Here's a shocking truth senior doctors often share in private. Some of the most nutrient-rich foods on earth are the ones modern people throw away. Liver, heart, kidneys, organ meats were once prized by your grandparents as the best parts of the animal. Why? Because gram for gram, organ meats contain far more vitamins, minerals, and life-giving compounds than muscle meats like steak or chicken breast. Liver, for example, is bursting with vitamin A, B12, iron, copper, and folate. Nutrients that protect your eyes, boost your red blood cells, support your brain, and keep your energy levels high. Heart meat contains CoQ10, a rare nutrient that strengthens your heart muscle and boosts energy production at the cellular level, especially important for seniors fighting fatigue or heart weakness. But sadly, organ meats fell out of favor when factory farming and processed foods took over. People forgot the value of these precious foods, even though doctors today quietly recommend them to older patients who suffer from anemia, low energy, or memory problems. Your grandparents thrived because they wasted nothing. They knew that eating liver once a week could prevent tiredness and brain fog. They knew heart meat made their hearts stronger. You can reclaim this wisdom and protect your health by simply adding these forgotten superfoods back into your diet. Number 4. Ancient grains, the forgotten fuel of the body. Before white bread, instant noodles, and sugary cereals invaded the world's kitchens, there were ancient grains: quinoa, millet, barley, spelt, and amaranth. These grains powered generations of hardworking men and women, and your grandparents were no exception. Doctors today are rediscovering why these grains are superior to modern processed ones. They are rich in fiber, plant-based protein, magnesium, zinc, iron, and antioxidants. Unlike refined flour products that spike blood sugar and cause weight gain, ancient grains release energy slowly, protect your heart, and nourish every cell in your body. Your grandparents likely ate barley porridge, millet gruel, or spelt bread, foods that gave them lasting energy, healthy digestion, and resistance to illness. In contrast, the modern diet of white bread and instant pasta offers empty calories, quick blood sugar crashes, and a tired, sluggish body. By returning to ancient grains, even once or twice a week, you help your body remember what real food feels like: satisfying, energizing, healing. You feed not just your stomach, but your cells, your muscles, your brain. It's no coincidence that people in the world's blue zones, the regions where people live longest, still eat ancient grains daily. Number 5. Wild greens and herbs, the forgotten garden of life. Do you remember when your grandmother would gather dandelion leaves, wild garlic, nettles, or purslane from the garden or countryside? These wild greens were not weeds to be thrown away. They were some of the most potent superfoods available, completely free, and bursting with health-giving compounds. Today, senior doctors and researchers confirm wild greens are nutritional powerhouses that can dramatically boost your health. Why? Because they contain rare phytonutrients, antioxidants, vitamins, and minerals that modern cultivated vegetables often lack. For example, dandelion leaves support liver detoxification and reduce inflammation. Wild garlic lowers blood pressure and boosts immunity. Nettles are rich in iron and calcium, essential for bone health in seniors. Purslane contains omega-3 fatty acids, which protect your heart and brain. Sadly, these incredible greens disappeared from our plates as supermarkets replaced backyard gardens. But your grandparents knew better. They valued wild herbs as daily medicine. A simple salad of wild greens could strengthen the body, cleanse the blood, and lift the spirit. If you can reintroduce even a few of these forgotten plants into your meals, fresh herbs, bitter greens, wild leaves, you reconnect with a hidden fountain of health that once kept your ancestors vibrant and youthful. Number 6. Natural sweeteners. The forgotten art of healthy indulgence. Think back to your childhood, or the stories your grandparents told you. Did they ever mention baking pies with honey from their own backyard hives? Or sweetening tea with natural molasses or maple syrup instead of refined white sugar? In the old days, sugar was rare, precious, and used sparingly, and only in its natural forms. Unlike today, where highly processed white sugar sneaks into nearly every packaged food, our grandparents enjoyed sweetness in its healthiest, purest state. Modern senior health specialists now agree. Natural sweeteners like raw honey, blackstrap molasses, pure maple syrup, and even date paste carry rich nutritional profiles that refined sugar utterly lacks. These forgotten sweeteners contain antioxidants, minerals like iron, zinc, and calcium, and natural enzymes that support digestion and immunity. For example, raw honey not only soothes the throat, but boosts immune strength and fights inflammation. Blackstrap molasses is loaded with iron and potassium, essential for healthy blood pressure and energy levels. Maple syrup, in its pure form, contains manganese and zinc, minerals crucial for metabolic health. Your grandparents lived longer because they used these naturally sweet options, not the white sugar that weakens immunity and feeds disease. Today's research finally confirms what they practiced instinctively. Natural sweetness, enjoyed in moderation, is a blessing to the body, not a burden. By returning to these forgotten delights, you can satisfy your sweet tooth while nourishing your health instead of harming it. Number 7. Root vegetables, nature's underground superfoods. What did your grandparents always have in their garden or cellar? You guessed it. Baskets of potatoes, carrots, turnips, radishes, beets, parsnips. These humble roots were not just comfort foods. They were some of nature's most powerful superfoods, especially for seniors. Why do senior nutrition experts strongly recommend root vegetables even today? Because these underground treasures are packed with fiber, antioxidants, slow-digesting starches, and crucial vitamins like A, C, and K. Nutrients that support eye health, immunity, bone strength, and digestion. Beets, for example, are now known to boost nitric oxide production, improving blood flow and lowering blood pressure, essential benefits for the aging heart. Carrots protect vision and strengthen the immune system. Turnips and radishes support liver detoxification and reduce harmful inflammation in the body. But most importantly, these foods provide slow, steady energy, exactly what older bodies need to stay active without dangerous blood sugar spikes and crashes. Your grandparents likely ate these root vegetables daily, roasted, boiled, pickled, or fresh from the earth. They weren't trying to be healthy. They were simply following the ancient wisdom of eating from the land, and their bodies thanked them with lasting vitality. Sadly, many of us have replaced these nourishing roots with frozen fries and packaged snacks. But you can reclaim this health treasure by making roots a regular part of your meals again. Number 8. The ultimate forgotten superfood. The one you must not ignore. Most important. And now, as promised, we reveal the ultimate, most forgotten superfood that senior doctors quietly praise as the real secret behind your grandparents' long, healthy lives. It's not rare. It's not expensive. In fact, you've probably walked past it hundreds of times without realizing its power. What is this miracle food? Leafy, bitter greens, especially dandelion greens. Yes, dandelion, the weed that gardeners curse, was a superfood treasure your grandparents prized and ate regularly. And now, modern medical research confirms dandelion greens are among the most nutrient-dense foods on Earth, packed with vitamins A, C, and K, minerals like iron, calcium, and magnesium, and rare phytonutrients that detoxify the liver, cleanse the blood, and even protect against cancer. Doctors in senior wellness clinics recommend dandelion greens because they boost digestion and gut health, remove toxins from the liver and kidneys, reduce inflammation, the root cause of most aging diseases, strengthen bones and prevent osteoporosis, improve circulation and heart health. Your grandparents knew, from generations of inherited wisdom, that bitter greens were essential for cleaning the blood and keeping the body young. And so they gathered dandelion, purslane, mustard greens, and wild herbs regularly, making simple salads or cooking them into soups. But in today's world, these foods are ignored, replaced by lifeless iceberg lettuce and bland packaged greens. Yet this one simple change, adding wild, bitter greens back into your meals, could transform your health as it did for the elders who lived long, active lives before you. If you remember nothing else from this video, remember this: bitter greens are the lost fountain of youth, the ultimate forgotten superfood. They could be your secret weapon for energy, clarity, and vibrant health into your 80s, 90s, and beyond. Conclusion: reclaiming the wisdom of the past for a longer, healthier future. Dear friends, you've just uncovered the forgotten secrets that kept your grandparents strong, resilient, and full of life long after others faded. These superfoods, bone broth, fermented foods, organ meats, ancient grains, wild greens, natural sweeteners, root vegetables, and above all, bitter greens, are the ancient treasures your body still longs for. Senior doctors today quietly urge their older patients to return to these time-tested foods because modern science finally admits what tradition always knew. These are the true keys to longevity. But remember, the final and most important gift of this wisdom is in your hands. The ultimate superfood, bitter, wild greens, could change everything. Don't let this simple but life-giving food vanish from your kitchen, your garden, your life. Your future self, stronger, happier, sharper, more energetic, will thank you. And if you found this journey into forgotten health secrets inspiring, if you want more wisdom, more life-changing insights, please subscribe to our channel, Faith Wisdom, where we gently guide you to live fully, richly, and joyfully in every precious year of life. Because the journey to better health is the journey back to wisdom.